Charleston White. Lord.
Man.
Now, there's so much to talk about him when it comes to Charleston White. First, let me ask you this. When did you first hear about Charleston White?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It had to be a couple years ago. I know he was always going on live, cutting up, talking about whatever he want to talk about, however he want to talk about it, when he wants to talk about it. And I respect that about him, to be real.
I do too. I respect anyone that says what they want to say, as long as it's respectful to everybody. Of course, you say what's on your heart. You say what you want to say. You speak your mind. I always respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's a troll.
Oh, man, like.
I believe to a point a lot of stuff that he's saying, not saying that he doesn't believe in it. I don't think he believes all of what he's saying.
No, I mean, I would say that back in the day, like when he really first started doing this, like he's still speaking his mind. He's saying what he wants and he believes in a lot of the things that he says. You know what I'm saying? I think he's passionate about a lot of the things that he says. But once he realized that people were chiming in for the bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
The messiness.
Yeah, of course he came troll, man. Of course he's just going extra hard on certain things. You know what I'm saying? He's pushing what people want to see of him. You know what I'm saying? They really don't want to see him uplift nobody. They don't want to see none of that. They want to see him continue to tear people down. But though when he does tear people down, he spits game and knowledge. Like
he does.
He throws some stuff down there of an OG-ish perspective. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's where he knew that if he added a little bit of the messiness into it, he can add some of the real into it, and he can still get. He's
gonna draw the attraction. People gonna go listen to him, and he gonna talk some shit. He gonna say some stuff that people be like, man, he tripping. But then he gonna say something and be like, well, damn, that shit he did kind of break it down though.
This part might have been tripping, but he was kind of right about it.
Yeah, I mean, he was right. He was a little extra with his story and this and that, woo, but he got his point across. You know what I'm saying? But see. A lot of times that don't work though, because a lot of people will watch it and then not feel it and then go away, steer away, and then might not chime back into you. They don't want the toxic shit in their life or whatever. However, but the majority of people are chiming in because they want to figure out where he's going with it.
The majority of social media, they clicking on it, they liking it, they sharing it, they showing a friend, they reposting it. That's exactly what the majority of social media is doing. And I've noticed
it's all clickbait. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put the craziest shit he said in the caption, and people are gonna go watch 56 minutes of him talking so they can see him say what the caption said.
See that little,
you know what I'm saying? Once he say that, they be like, "Damn, okay, he did say that shit." But all the other shit he was saying was probably it's probably cool. I mean, he's outlandish, but.
He's for sure outlandish, especially when he was talking about the deceased and things like that. Now, for me, certain topics, trolling or not, you just stay away from. And deceased people, for sure, are just and children. It's just certain things you just don't cross the line on. For me,
you don't talk about those kids.
Two were it. Yeah, so. But it's interesting because even before him, we've seen this rise, like even in 6ix9ine and before him, of just these trolls coming out on social media because that is what's selling. That's what's getting you the likes, the views. Yeah. Even if you're talking, like you said, about real stuff, you get people to attract to you because of all this toxicity and trolling that people are really doing nowadays.
I mean, it's been going on forever. It's just the fact that everybody got something in their hand now to where they all can see it at their leisure. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, when people go see action movies, they going to see it for the toxicity, for the action. They can't wait till someone blow the truck up so everybody can fight the person that blew the truck up.
And you know what? That is really true.
Yeah.
But now it's just, like you said, blatantly in our face.
Now it's just in everybody's faces, just hypnotizing them, making them believe that that's what they need to see every day, and just everybody getting crazier and crazier by watching this stuff that's on the internet.
Sure, and even with kids, like as kids, our parents had more of a control because we didn't have phones, we didn't have social media and IG and TikTok and things like that. So now it's making it, even in the parenting realm, harder because heck, it's like, well, I don't want my kid to be illiterate in this, world of technology and things. But it's like, when do I give them an iPad? When do I allow them to have a phone?
Because they be stumbled upon some Charleston White videos and heard some shit. You know what I'm saying? They be stumbled upon that. But no, that's why you got the kids, YouTube, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and I say if you a good, I'm say good parent, but if you a parent that knows, then you got your parental controls.
So, some parents
like
just don't care.
But, so it's interesting. And then even going into TikTok with them and their this week they came out with the whole heating button that even adds into me for the trolling thing. Yeah, because it's like y'all have this.
Well, they're gonna control the narrative even more.
Exactly, you control it. The algorithm already controls certain things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So even on top of that, now people. Me and you, people like me and you have the ability to be like, oh, well, this toxic mess can go viral, but they're spitting some good stuff. We're not going to hit the heating button on that.
I got a homeboy that was working for TikTok. He don't work for TikTok no more. I told him he could have been a plug.
No, For real.
You could have been the plug.
Man, you could have been a plug. I don't know who you are, but you for sure could have been a plug.
You could have been the plug.
Because I was like, do I know somebody that works at TikTok that got the heating button?
For real. For real. They probably been on that.
You could be handy.
Straight up.
But yes, I mean, it's just, for me, the toxicity, the trolls, is like, you know, even with this podcast, I, you know, try to do stuff as genuine, as authentic as possible. What you see is what you get. This is me. I'm not saying the first couple episodes I was me so much because, you know, you're nervous. Getting in front of the camera is something new you got to get used to.
It's a process. Sure.
But for sure, all of the extraness, all the, you know, talking and speaking on people, sometimes we don't need to do all that. If you, for me, not saying you can't do a little clickbait, because that's what gets it. Unfortunately, that's our society. Clickbaiting and having something interesting and have a little drama or toxicity in it draws the people, but it don't got to be filled with all of it. And you don't have to do so much. And even going back to Charleston White, from his beginning a couple years ago, he wasn't as trollish as he is today. And it's just like, but I saw his growth over that time span too. You saw his followers grow. And like you said, he mixes the trolling with the good message. But sometimes it's like, where did our society go to the trolling? Like, where do we, and I know it's before 6ix9ine and all that, but it's like, where did we start? Like, was it social media? Like, jeez. Was it reality TV with the Love and Hip Hop?
No, it was definitely all of that. That's where it started.
The Flavor
for real,
of
like
Loves
the crazy,
and all of them. That's where it started.
That's where it all started.
Right?
And then everybody got the phones in their hand. Then everybody had the MySpace and all that stuff. And then it just grew.
Trickle down effect.
It just grew. Yeah, it grew. And young kids started having access to all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because we didn't know it so much. So now where you control stuff more. Back then, 10 years ago, parents didn't know what social media was to really know how to.
And shoot, social media was never monetized. You know what I'm saying? Once it became monetized, everybody's like, I'm going to do what I got to do to get to that bag. Whether it's disrespect you, whether it's do this, do that, woo, everybody going to try to get to that bag. However they know, however they assume it's going to come, they're going to try it. And they're going to water it down. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the likes, the follows. That's it.
Yep.
The fans. That's what they do. The fans. Your people.
But Charleston White, he got a nice following. People chime in and see what he's talking about.
He has a whole outreach program.
Interviews and they be funny.
So I know that he cares about, he's had a history in the past of himself to where I know he cares about the youth for sure. He cares about the younger people. He cares about this next generation and trying to give them the wisdom and the information to be the best they can.
I say so.
But oh Lord, it's just with the trolling in me. It's like that trolling. I just be like, okay, I got it. I understand it's our world, but I'm still trying to get used to it. Yeah. So I try to stay away from the toxicity on my algorithm, but it still gives it to me. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, it ain't gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop.
If you click on one video, they coming.
That's it. All you got to click on is one accidentally.
Yeah. That's why I be clicking on the food videos, you know what I'm saying? So it keeps on sending me new recipes. I try to do TikTok recipe once a week.
You me both in the DIYs. I be into them little household projects.
Only 6 ingredients. I probably got those at the crib.
No, for real.